You killed that ant?
Oh,
Did you not know?
That was a high Fey. You stepped on that ant. Welcome back, murderers, to Under the Mountain in ACOTAR podcast. I'm your host, Frank.
And I'm Lauren.
Today we'll be discussing chapters 4 and 5 of ACOTAR, A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas.
Sorry for prompting you. Well...
I said I'm Frank, but really...
Really?
I'm Unknown Beast Man.
Right, he doesn't have a name
Doesn't
yet.
have a name yet.
Don't
he
know
won't
that.
answer that question for a bit. But I think it's Tamlin.
You're right. You're correct.
Look at that. Get on me, magic horse.
He doesn't say much. He loves to say murderers.
Murderers.
And he loves to not talk, I guess.
Yeah.
Well,
And he stands there a lot.
you look good.
Thank you. Thank you. This was makeup done by yours truly, not me.
I don't know. It's not. I don't know if it's good enough that I'm looking to take credit for it.
Oh, it's pretty good. Come on, look at this shit. I'm
Yeah.
looking like some kind of cat thing.
Yeah.
Honestly, whatever the fuck the description is of this monster,
It's a crazy.
you've done that makeup.
It's a wild descriptor.
Size of a horse, mouth like a bear, lion man, ass like a donkey.
And then Feyre, we've once again put her in her business casual with a little bit of medieval flair.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because again, like she's not on her, well, she's on her way to her feminine journey, but
Yes.
right now she's just
She's just a common girl.
a common peasant.
Wearing a shirt.
Where, yeah, it's as simple as it
Lucky
gets.
to not have stains everywhere.
Yeah, so,
But can
well,
we
she,
just like...
oh, he's up.
This is a full body suit. I got a fucking tail. This is crazy.
I do, and you know what? I do love a beast man.
Listen.
And as
I
critical as we are, as critical as I can be, what you'll never catch me doing is coming for an attraction. Really, very few attractions, and especially not to a monster.
Very few.
Not to a beast.
No.
I'm not here to come at anyone for that. So I'm in your corner 100%.
She's in your court.
If you will, yes.
If you will.
And so we have our second daddy of the book has arrived. Actually, you know what? I guess technically third. We have real dad, who is found.
He does not count.
We have the
He's
mercenary,
a found father.
and then we have. I almost said it. I've got the beast who's
The
shown up.
beast.
Third daddy has arrived.
But you know the way this chapter starts off?
What does that mean?
Tamlin just busting in.
Yeah, well, he busted in at the end of the last chapter, and we pick right up chapter 4. He's in the door. He's in the house. He's kind of coming in the house. How are you like picturing this? Like, was he in? I don't know why my brain keeps imagining him just sort of like standing at the door
For a while.
menacingly, and like kind of like reaching his paws in, and then like not really coming in though.
This whole like scene, which is supposed to be very like kinetic and actiony, really was very stilted. It felt like
I don't know why I never imagined him leaving the door frame.
he does, but then he's also like back at it, and then he's kind of like constantly like, how far can I come in?
Yeah.
Like, maybe it's like a pseudo vampire thing. Like since he wasn't invited, he can only like go 3 steps in, and then he has to retreat a little bit.
I don't even think so.
don't think
and
so
then like
either.
she does try. She's kind of like, you must leave, and like it's worth a try.
It's
for
worth it.
Faye.
Listen, gotta give it a shot.
It didn't work though.
No.
So yeah, we start off. He's there in the doorway, looking like this, I guess, sort of. And it says, I didn't know how the wooden hilt of my hunting knife had gotten into my hand. Feyre is like kind of lunging at him with her hunting knife.
Yeah.
I guess you might as well give it a go.
Absolutely.
Fight your way down.
Yeah, we're given this characterization of Feyre that she's just like ready to scrap.
Whenever.
She's down to scrap.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's reasonable, but it is her characterization.
Somebody would.
Someone would.
Ready to go. Yeah. So the description of the beast, he's as large as a horse. His body is somewhat feline, which I think we got.
Saw my tail. Come on.
His head distinctly wolfish, with curled elk-like horns.
Hey, we did it.
Dagger-like claws and yellow fangs, which is... That's not hot, so
No,
interesting choice, but I don't... How mannish do you... Like, the way it's described, I'm kind of like... He doesn't even feel like Beast from Beauty and the Beast in that you're like, he's partially like anthropomorphized. Like, this just makes it sound like he is just like an animal.
He's just some sort of like amalgam of animals.
Which
he's like some horrible like biblical animal.
I'd like to imagine him more like man
humanoid-ish,
in this form.
Yeah.
Because again, I like beasts, men, but I don't want it to just be like
an animal.
Yeah. Who talks. Ideally.
And like 13 different animals at once. Like,
yeah.
That's too much. Unless it depends, you know.
I looked up some fan art and it was all odd.
I mean, that's how it's described. So what can they do?
I was like, these are weird pictures.
They have to hold to it.
Tamlin in beast.
You gonna put it up here?
I mean, I don't know if I can because I feel weird about like
other people's.
Like that's not. I don't want to sexualize that.
I mean,
you want to sexualize that? It just looks like a pet dog with horns.
But it's the size of a horse.
I don't want to it's not, like, I don't want to sexualize it.
Yeah, I just feel like she did a bad job describing it.
I don't want to sexualize that.
What if it's got a cool voice?
That helps. Honestly, that, like, does a lot of work.
Yeah, it's like, it looks like that, but it's like, get over here. And you're like, oh, all right.
That's better. That's just a bear.
That's the other thing. That's the Maltag. No,
Tamlin's beast form says it right there.
But he didn't look like a bear, did he? He's the size of a bear.
No, it didn't even say that. He's the size of a horse.
So you know what? I don't know.
Feyre is like, if I had just been alone in the woods up against this thing, I would have just let it kill me. But I have to protect my shitty family. I have to.
Yeah, she simply must. It's the only reason I ever do anything. Fuck those guys, right?
There's something real about that. Like, people do go out of their way to, like, kill themselves to some extent to, like,
keep that
defend
family
their
thing
horrible
going.
Family.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know why it doesn't feel totally warranted to me. So the beast goes on its hind legs and yells. And it yells. What does it yell?
Murderers.
Yep.
Yeah, all caps.
And she thinks she should have asked the mercenary how to kill fairies. Just want to point out, she's still thinking about her, even in this moment.
Post-coitus with Hale, after the beast breaks in, she's still thinking about her. She's still heavy on her mind.
Yes.
So
sisters and dad are crouching against the wall, scared.
Once again, all useless.
The beast, one more time, in case we didn't get it.
Murderers! Why is he saying it again? And then he shuts up for a little bit.
Oh yeah, he doesn't say much after that.
Okay, let's go.
You're almost like, does he know how to speak their language?
Yeah, it's like, maybe he's got like one or two big words.
He learned that one on the way here. He
growls and he says murderers. He's golden too.
No, he just, I know, yeah.
He's got gold fur.
Feyre's dad is like, whatever we've done so unknowingly. And Nesta's like, we didn't kill anybody. Then Feyre grabs a dinner knife and starts being like, get out of here. He roars and Feyre tries to stab him in the neck. He hits the knife away.
He yeets it at him. He's just like, don't throw butter knives at me.
Feyre is like, he could have killed me, but he didn't. That's interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah, right? Definitely. And we'll get into that. There's a lot of that.
You say, who killed him?
Who killed him? All caps, once again.
Killed who?
The wolf. So here's my problem, right? So this is Tamlin. Is he one of the High Fae?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's one of the 7 High Fae in the land. He's one of the strongest dudes around.
Yes.
So Tamlin's walking in this house, and this is his friend, as we find out, this wolf.
Yeah.
For the entire chapter, up until the point where he says it's his friend, he refers to the wolf as it.
Yeah, and he also, and him just saying, the wolf. Why wouldn't you be like, Bernardo?
That's Bernardo, my friend the wolf. Lupo! Lupo Jackson!
Because
you butchered Lupo in the dirt like a dog, but he's actually a semi-high fae like me. You know what I mean?
No, it is weird.
It's weird.
Like, you would say his name and then be like, he was a wolf to you. You saw him as a wolf, or...
Like, you don't know our ways. He's not actually a wolf. It's one of his forms.
Or even, what if he is 100% of the time a wolf, but he's still, like, a guide.
He's a guide to him. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, the Fae are not like us. We've made that extremely apparent.
And then Elaine says, a wolf? And he says...
The only thing she fucking can get out of her mouth this whole chapter.
All right, she's a little girl, and she's scared.
She's
stupid.
Not a little girl. She's 22 or something.
Okay, I have a hard time with stuff like this. I have a hard time in fantasy books when we put people in, like, really harrowing situations that, like, normal people wouldn't do well in. We would,
No, you're right. That's true.
hide and cry and scream and, like, shit ourselves. And then we're, like, because we're, like, thinking of, like, a hero in a fantasy story, we're like, you suck. You should be, like, doing this and this. And it's like, how many people really do that?
No, you're right. And to be fair, they have been characterized this way. This is totally in line with how they should act.
Yeah, but, like, is it that crazy? Is it that... If a murderer shows up in your house, are you, like...
Screaming
I got this. I don't know. A lot of people are hiding in the closet.
That's true.
And crying.
You're right.
Is Elaine doing anything that wild? I don't know.
We read books about bravery because we like seeing it because it's such a rare trait.
I'm not saying she's gotta be the main character, but, like, I'm also like, I don't know how badly I want to, like, come for her either.
Yeah.
Is that crazy of me?
No, it's not crazy of you. It's just, like, it's not fun to not come for her right now.
I don't know. Well, maybe I kind of like it. I kind of like that, like, Nesta and Feyre are, like, we just recognize where she's at.
She simply can't protect herself at all.
Hey, some people aren't as good
I know.
at it.
Listen, I hear you.
So anyway, Elaine says a wolf, and then Tamlin says the large wolf with a gray coat, which again is just...
All wolves. Most wolves are large wolves with gray coats.
I would think he's just kind of describing your standard fair wolf.
That's just a wolf. Sarah's really killing me with certain descriptions, like being just the most basic one you can come up with.
Feyre mentions that fairies can't lie, so that's good to know.
Okay.
Right? And I mean, is that true? But she wonders if fairies can tell if you are lying, right?
True.
I guess Feyre says, if it was mistakenly killed, what could we pay you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can totally double down on the mistake part, right? He looked like a wolf.
Absolutely.
What do you want me to say?
What do you mean?
Tamlin says the payment you must offer is the one demanded by the treaty between our realms.
So Feyre says, for a wolf?
Which, I mean, I think at this point, she was already questioning if it was a fairy.
She was kind of maybe sure for a little bit that it
but
was a fairy.
I also understand her point to be like, does it count if I don't know it's a fairy and it looks like the things we kill here? Is that my problem?
It seems like it should count.
That seems like a loophole. Like,
I agree.
I don't know that
You can't
really
kill
works.
any of our kind, even if they're disguised as bugs hanging out around your shoes.
You killed that ant.
Oh,
Did you not know?
That was a high fae. You stepped on that ant.
Like,
You smashed a high ant fae hill. You're going to jail. Like, I don't know. Like,
I know, what if they disguise themselves as anything normal, rabbits, bugs, deer, and we kill them.
And they hang around the woods looking all cute. Like, he shoot me in the head with
"Hey."
an ash arrow, you know? Like,
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. So the beast is like, which one of you killed it? And then Feyre says she did. He looks around, and then he says, surely you lie to save them. Based on everyone's description, who does he think
I'm
did it?
very confused by this.
Right?
She's like, why are you lying to protect... Like, you would lie to protect them. And it's like, yes, but also, who else did it?
It wasn't Dad.
She can't talk. She's little Miss Priss. And have you seen his leg?
And the mercenary just said in the last chapter, when she looked at the sisters, she was like, oh, you're all sisters and you're all starving. You all look like shit. No one in the room.
So then my confusing take, because I haven't read this, so I don't know. He looks at the sisters, then looks at her.
Yeah.
Implies that maybe she was lying. Is he saying there's a guy here that you're protecting? Like,
but
that
he's
I'm not
saying
seeing?
You lie to save them, meaning the family that he's looking at.
So then it's not that. So then my only other take is that Tamlin's being a weird creep right now. And he
wants
he
one of the
knows
cute girls?
he's trying to take Nesta maybe because she's more breedable or something.
That's wild.
Is that crazy? But what else could it mean?
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I also feel like it's just that when it's convenient to hammer home Feyre is skinny and looks like she shouldn't do the cool things she does.
We lean into it.
We lean into that, even if it makes no sense in how
For
you're
who's
characterizing
asking and-
anyone
okay.
else. I
But
think it's just lazy, like,
probably.
let's hammer home. She doesn't
But-
look like she could do it. Yeah, it would have made way more sense for him to look around the room and be like, who are you hiding?
That would have been fine.
Yeah,
that would
like,
have been like, do you have
is
brothers?
someone not
Is there
home?
husbands here that I don't
Yes.
know of? Like, surely it wasn't one of you small, starving children. Then you could have done both. I mean,
But I guess
he
I'm
could have
like-
even been like, I smell a man on you. Because, like, she
wow.
just fucked
Ooh, I like
Isaac.
that. That would have
Whereas
been
he,
sexy.
it was probably him who did. I know, listen.
Double whammy.
Listen, I know.
Would have made more sense and would have been hot of him to be like sniffing her and
Listen,
whatever.
I didn't write the book, but
See,
I could have.
I would have added that. No, also though, you're telling me you're looking in this room there's that disabled man and then these two little girls hiding in the corner. Then there's one crazy bitch with a knife lunging at you, and you're going like,
who could have killed
You're the
him?
one who hunted with a bow and arrow? Yeah, what do you mean? She's crazy. She's nuts.
She fucking like lunged at you twice already and threw like her dinner knife at you.
Clearly she's got some fucking...
This is the Moxie character of the home.
Yeah, her. What do you mean?
It's only her.
Who the fuck else? And she's like, if I had known it was a fairy, I wouldn't have touched it. He's like, you're a liar. You actually would have been more tempted to kill it. And...
And then she goes, bet.
She says, yeah, well, can you blame me? And honestly, though, I do question, would she have? Because, like, she considered it and then decided to do it anyway. But if she was 100% sure it was a fairy, I think she might have been a little more scared to commit. I think it was that little bit of unknown.
The bit of doubt.
That made her go, like, might as well. Tamlin's really...
So you think she's just got a big fucking mouth? Like, is that a Feyre characterization right now?
Well, yeah, and I think because she's like, well, he's here and he's angry, so, like, just redirecting it at me will help me keep my word.
Because my family won't get killed because of my deeds.
So yeah, she says, "Can you blame me?"
I gotta pause on the one thing just before she says, "Can you blame me?" Internally, she says, "True, true, true."
I guess like
there weren't three statements.
There weren't, right?
No, because I checked. I was like, is she saying true, true, true? Like 3 marks of I did lie there, and there. No, it was just one long statement. There weren't 3 things you could say true to.
No, she just said true,
true, true, true. No commas. True, true, true. Period.
So he's like, well, did the wolf attack you? And she's like, no. And then she says, but considering all that your kind has done to us, considering what your kind still likes to do to us, even if I had known beyond a doubt, it was deserved. Okay. Right, okay, she's being, based on her hearsaye. We don't actually know what the hell anybody has done or is doing. Ultimately.
We've heard a million tales in our cribs and songs on our playgrounds and teaches in our schools on page 35. But what comes next and the fact that she doesn't know the basic tenets of the treaty don't jive together.
I know. It's like...
being like, we have been in Christian schools since grade 1. I have been hearing about the Bible and Jesus. I've never heard of the 10 Commandments, though. I don't know what those are.
I think...
I heard there were commandments, but do you know them?
It would be more interesting if this was fleshed out, that everybody did know these things. That would make it more compelling, I think.
Yeah.
But I think what she's trying to do is, hammer home that this world is existing purely on myth and hearsay and rumors and racism. But they don't actually know, but they're too, they don't have enough structure to have this information readily available
There's
to
a
them.
way to do it. I feel like this shit is weak sauce, though.
It is, yeah, you're right.
That's just my world-building opinion. Not that it couldn't be done better, and not that I couldn't... You could even do this simpler, and I would agree with it.
Like how?
There's a way to write this first 40 pages that gives this feeling across. The people are uninformed and a bit racist about the fairies. They have some reason to be, but mostly they have misinformation and a lack of organized structural communication between the two, and that's what's causing it. This is just garbled, though. This is kind of this wasn't clear.
I wish it should, even her internal dialogue at this point when realizing oh shit, I don't know the treaty, I don't know these things, would be I don't know that because I've always wanted to know that, but I've never been able to find that information. It's kind of hidden,
or have a revelation of why have I never thought it was important to keep asking questions. Anything.
Just something.
Yeah.
It just seems convenient that they're obsessed with the fairies, as you would be, I suppose. And you're we talk about them constantly. Our entire life revolves around this idea. And I guess what really frustrated me was the fact that she is so obsessed with the treaty in theory, where she's I'm basing my entire characterization around this word as bond because that's so important because they wrote the treaty and blah, 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 blah. And you're and you've never once thought to be what is the treaty? And if you wanted to and you couldn't, I think she'd maybe be even frustrated when he says that. She'd be I've been wanting to read the fucking treaty and
nobody
I can't.
Has it. Yeah,
something like that would be kind of intriguing.
I don't hate that.
right?
Yeah, I would like that.
You see that Feyre tried. And if she didn't try...
Have her grow from that.
Then I don't think she'd be, like, so attached to the idea of the treaty to begin with. So Feyre's like, if he attacks me, I know that Nesta would buy Elaine time to run. She wouldn't care about Dad escaping because she hates him. And she doesn't care about me escaping just because she knows that, like, I'm good. I can figure it out, which is fair, right? But Elaine, the flower grower, the gentle heart, Nesta's gonna protect her. But, like, I think it's a little bit of a nice message.
She's wondering about how his fangs are gonna feel on her throat.
Yeah, I know.
But then the very next line is, I wonder how loud my sisters will scream. And I'm like, that's a weird thing to juxtapose with each other. It's a logical train of thought. But that first one's kind of charged, right?
Yeah, but it has,
it's
there's
fear
like...
and
the mystique. It's more like...
Yeah.
I don't know that Feyre has any, like, erotic feelings about it in the moment.
Fair.
I think she's kind of thinking of it relatively straightforward.
Yeah.
But the reader...
has to. Like, there's no... Because we're not in the cabin.
Well, you don't have to, but some may, some will.
Some may... Some should. That's why we're here, right? In a way, you know, like, okay, so.
Feyre is like, what is the payment that the treaty requires for me killing this fairy wolf? He says, he's very cryptic. A life for a life.
A life for a life.
Which is because the attack was unprovoked. She says, I didn't know that part about the treaty.
That seems like the basic part of the treaty, but keep going.
Okay, maybe you should say this part.
Most of you mortals have chosen to forget that part of the treaty, which makes punishing you far more enjoyable.
Right, when I first read this, I was like, hell yeah, this is what I want. Take me away.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go to the court, wherever the fuck we're going.
So, and yeah, of course, Feyre does have to be a little bit of a reluctant damsel in this archetypal situation, right? She's like, kill me outside, not in the house in front of my family.
You murder me in the dirt outside in the garden. Willing to accept your fate so easily.
So then he says, for having the nerve to request where I slaughter you, I'll let you in on a secret, human. Prythian must claim your life in some way. I can gut you like a swine, or you could come across the wall and live out the remainder of your days in Prythian. Oh, well, okay then.
Okay then.
Well,
that seems a little better. I don't know.
Definitely seems better.
Also sus.
Sus. Why do you say that?
What are you gonna do with me over there?
That is a good question.
It's a good... Listen, everything that this woman believes about Prythian, it's like...
Well, yeah, and she's like, I don't think that's a good idea.
She's gotta go.
Her dad's like, you should go.
Get out of here.
She's like, well, where am I living? Like, I think I'm gonna die immediately when I go over there.
Fair.
And then he's like, it says, I have lands, the fairy said almost reluctantly.
I have lands. I don't know. The pacing of this is bad.
Yeah, it's not that.
He comes in, he yells. They're all scared. Feyre thinks a lot. She throws the knife. The dad stands up. They do their little soft talk back and forth.
Yeah.
He was my wolf friend. Oh, okay, yeah, whatever. Now it's getting around to this, and now he's like, I don't know, is he flirting a little? He's just like, I got lands. Come and stay on my lands, little girl. Come on. It's like some old man with like a boat. I got a yacht. Hey, pretty girl, I got a yacht. He's like 85. Like, you wanna see my yacht?
So she's like, why did you even mention that there is a loophole? Why didn't you just kill me?
It's a good question.
He tells her she can either decide to go with him or be shredded to ribbons. Again, shredded to ribbons. So Dad begs for him to spare her. You know, he's did a little something. He's like, I'll get gold for you. And then he's like, can you equate the worth of your daughter to a sum?
It's literally priceless, sir. Feyre's got infinite value.
But that's exactly what we're trying to have him say, right? That's supposed to be your first ding of like, I don't know. We've gotten like, ooh, scary, sexy, dominant beast. We did that. And now that was giving him this like, wow, he really values her.
And he barely even knows her. And she killed his friend.
Right.
Yeah.
But
that makes me like even more sus. Because it's like, well, I don't know. This is just some girl. So either she's the chosen one and she has this
maybe
hidden...
you're supposed to be sus.
I'm very sus. Because what I think's happening is that she has some sort of fertile bosom and not bosom. like Feyre's magical womb is gonna like be very important to the court at some point. That's what I'm gathering here.
Right and wrong.
Okay.
Is what I'll say.
Yeah, because then they would just take any girl, right? Or is it just that she's a woman? Or is it just that they finally got one through the treaty, so she has to go, and now it's like a loophole? Like, are they just sending wolves out there to, like, have young huntress girls accidentally kill so that they can swipe them up? Am I getting close? Because I shouldn't be. I am shooting in the dark with a fucking, like, slingshot. You're telling me I hit something? Okay. Cool. Thanks, Sarah J.
Could be something in there that you said that could be correct.
I hate that. All right.
Just try to forget about it for now.
I will. And then the dad keeps repeating, she is all. Which...
Wait, does he what?
Yeah, and then, like, Talon yells at him, and, like, he shuts up.
He says she is all...
She is all, like, I guess, all I have, but, like, it's not true, because he's got 2 other daughters right there. So I'm like, what was he trying to say?
He's trying to say, like...
She is my only breadwinner, I think he's trying to say. She is, I'm gonna have to work.
Which is why I think Tamlin, like, shit on him, and was like, oh, wow, you just think of her as a bag of money, you know, and I don't.
Yeah, so then Feyre is reflecting on what he's going to have to do, begging, how he'd even get money.
Right, dad, you mean.
Her dad, yeah. Then she says in her head, the monsters of our mortal realm were just as bad as those across the wall.
You have not been presenting things that way.
Which is an insane thing to say right now. What are your thoughts are such that for 40 pages you've been like the fucking gross, horrible, scary fairy monsters. One is screaming in your face and you murdered his friend and you're like, you kind of deserved it. You treat us like shit.
Yeah.
But the rich people in my own town, maybe worse.
I don't know. We have not been... we've been presenting things as like, go humans, fuck the child of the blessed. You're like turning your backs on humans to go with the So like now they're the same.
No, I agree. There's been one comment about the rich people in her town from 2 chapters previously about how they're like pitiless against their plight. But to drop this, that they are on the same level as the monsters across the wall right now, when you're about to either be killed or stolen by one of them, is just a weird choice.
It is a weird choice, yeah.
Is it her just, like, justifying her, like, abduction right now to herself?
Maybe.
Just being like, monsters everywhere, what does it matter where I go? Isaac Hale would totally understand. Just fucking throw me in a sack, buddy. Who cares? Monsters over there, monsters over here. Prithian's just full of them, I guess.
Yeah.
Mortal Realms got him, too.
God.
Nothing changes. She's smoking a cigarette. Like.
But yeah, Feyre's like, if I go with him, maybe I can kill him and get back, and like, whatever. I don't know. She has a whole plan.
Whatever, yeah. She's worried about becoming an Oathbreaker.
Yeah,
whatever that is.
She's thinking like, I need to go with him, and then maybe I can kill him and run away and disappear. They can't find me. Even if it made her a cursed Oathbreaker, that's like some D&D level shit. Like, is that a thing? Or you're just making that up?
I don't know how you've never mentioned it, but yeah.
What's a cursed Oathbreaker?
Couldn't tell you. It doesn't seem to actually matter that much, whatever that is.
Is it just dramatic words she's using for a concept she's labeling herself?
It wasn't capitalized? I think it's a thing. It's a proper noun here.
Cursed Oathbreaker?
Cursed Oathbreaker.
Going with him, meaning the fairy, I would be breaking the most important promise I had ever made. Surely it trumped an ancient treaty I hadn't even signed. Well, the only reason you think that the oath you made to your mom is so important is predicated on the existence of said treaty. So really that one I think would take the cake, right?
I agree.
You only think oaths are important because of this prime treaty agreement.
Yeah.
So like, I think that one does win.
I would think so.
Because if that one didn't exist, you wouldn't even give a fuck. I wish they hadn't made it that she cared about the oath because of the treaty as a concept. Why can't she just care about the oath like in the normal way that people have an emotional attachment to a dying person's wish?
I agree.
Why did we even tie them?
Because this is simultaneously being presented as like Feyre's deep held internal guiding principle, and also something deeper than that. But it also constantly doesn't really feel like it's attached to anything deeper, because she can't say, I didn't even sign it, but I'll be a dreaded cursed oathbreaker. But the reason that the promise to my mom matters is because of this treaty.
Well,
which one is it? Where does she feel about it versus where are the ethereal magics gonna punish you?
That's what I'm saying.
Is there anything more than just her guilt?
I think it's just her guilt.
Well, that's stupid as hell. You've given it so much importance. It's literally put up against,
it's weird she gave it so much importance that then right now she's just like, I didn't even sign that stupid treaty. Who cares about that? I'm like, well, evidently you're the only one who talks about it.
I haven't heard anyone else bring it up.
So he's like, we're leaving now. And everybody's horrified.
Yeah.
She's like, Dad, Dad, the venison is gonna last for these weeks, and Dad, go get the money on the dresser and whatever.
And this is where you're gonna hunt rabbits in the spring.
Ask Isaac Hale.
Isaac Hale will tell you how I taught him, so you'll learn from him who I taught. Whatever. And she goes to her sisters.
Then she says to Nesta, whatever you do, don't marry Thomas Mandray. His father beats his wife, and none of his sons do anything to stop it. Bruises are harder to conceal than poverty. Goodness. So then Dad drops what his final words to Feyre. Did you like this?
No, for a couple reasons.
Okay. Well, should I read it first?
Yeah, let's read it, and we'll talk about it.
Feyre, you were always... Did you write it down? Because I feel like you should be Dad.
Feyre, you are always too good for here. Too good for us. Too good for everyone. Okay.
Oh,
that's all I got. No, what else?
If you ever escape, ever convince them you've paid the debt, don't return. Don't ever come back.
What?
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Why wouldn't she ever come back?
You go somewhere new and make a name for yourself.
What are we talking about? Why didn't we just do that from the get-go? If you think Feyre could
fucking question. Why did it take this beast knocking down the door?
Why didn't you all get on a boat south and just
Why don't you guys just kind of help and let Feyre go make a name and support her taking off in the world? What is stopping you?
I don't know. And then my second problem with it is that, in my mind, right? Because if your word is your bond, right? Wouldn't a father's command in this moment kind of negate a mother's demand on her death?
Well, I think it's the death that...
Well, this is Feyre's potential death. So it's
but she's not. She's agreeing to go live there. So, but I think it's like deathbed wish is imbued with special power.
Yeah, I think a Fae abduction final speaking wish is a special power in my mind. They would have similar magic. I don't know.
I guess she made one first. She made one before. Well,
she didn't agree. She didn't promise her dad here. She just promised her mom because she was dying. So if she said, "Okay, Dad, I'll do it."
No, but I think she's saying, "I can't." That promise
would negate the other promise.
Contradicts the other promise, which I did in fact agree to. So I can't agree to any promises that go against that promise.
No one said that. Of course you can.
Well, because of the power of the treaty that I've never read and that I don't really...
And that I actually kind of despise.
Adhere, I want nothing to do with. Yeah, I had never told my father the promise I made to my mother, and there's no point explaining it now. And then she leaves, and you're like... Well,
he could have known.
I don't know why you didn't tell him.
Me neither.
So, off we go into chapter 5. We've left our horrible cabin. We're with our fairy. They head into the forest, and Feyre is made to get on top of a white horse. Some imagery of some, right? She's
definitely,
this bride, this sacrificial, virginal girl
being led into
the woods by this beast. We love to see it. It's really good.
Of course it is.
Imagery for this sort of tale. She notes that the horse doesn't seem scared of the beast man. She seems surprised by this, but I'm like, it's his horse.
It's his horse. He brought it here. What do you mean?
Why is she acting like surely he kills anything he sees? I guess because that's what
the very nature of.
Yeah, I'm gonna have a lot of issues actually in this chapter with the contradictory nature of what they keep saying about Faye and the other things they say about Faye. Where I'm like, even right away, I'm like. We'll get to her. She's like, oh, God, seems like things is a little civilized over there. Didn't you just say that they, like, built these huge cities and monuments.
Well, the humans built them for
them. Yeah. Why are we acting like they're living in caves?
That's what, I don't really understand. It's
Yeah, Feyre's like, maybe I'm just gonna be, like, trapped like a prisoner over there. Like, yeah, I'm on his lands, but that doesn't mean he can't, like, keep me in some little cage or something, which is true.
That's true.
Like, he could do whatever.
Yep.
And they're heading towards a rift in the invisible wall.
Yeah.
So that is, we were questioning it. It is, in fact, an invisible wall with little holes you can go through if you're a fairy, I guess.
Sure.
She still doesn't feel bad about murdering the wolf. And she's like, I need to get my hands on some ash. So she's like looking around for an ash tree. I mean, again, probably not going to work, but go crazy. And she's saying, the ash is the only reason we were able to survive against the Fae during the uprising. A secret betrayed by one of their own. I assume that's going to be...
Once again, didn't read the fucking treaty, but is well-versed in the mythology of the war that happened 5,000 years ago.
Yeah, like, I guess...
And we don't know who?
It's kind of interesting.
We don't know which Fae betrayed them?
That's kind of interesting, right? That made me go a little bit like, oh, I want to know what that's all about.
You want to know. There was a line just before that I have to bring up, because I don't know what... She was talking about being there.
Yeah.
She'd be a lamb in a kingdom of wolves. Wolves, wolf. What did that mean?
I think her next thought is like, I didn't feel bad about killing the wolf. I think I took it like she was being like, oh, I'm thinking about my metaphor. Oh, wait, wolf. Remember,
you can't do that. You can't write like that. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what that
You can't non sequitur in your own head. What are you, Kerouac? Get out of here.
Wolf. Now she's like thinking about her own wolf.
And it's like the most canned metaphor imaginable. So it's like, I was like, what are you talking about?
I think, is there another reading?
No, that sucks, but that's what it is, I guess. Okay.
So yeah, she wonders what his lands are going to look like, and she notices the saddle she's sitting on is so well made. And then that's when she's like,
supple leathers.
They must have some sort of contact with civilized life. I was like, they have magic.
They literally do.
I'd never heard the specific of what the lives of fairies or high fae were like. Never heard much about anything other than their deadly abilities and appetites. I said, I think I would assume the high fae were human-like.
Yeah.
And there's no curiosity, no rumors, no historical accounts of what they're like and how they live. Not even rumors wouldn't... You're saying there's all these fairies over there, there's all these like beasts, and then there's high fae, which we're gonna learn, I think it's in here, right? That it's like, yeah, there's 7 high lords in charge of all these kingdoms. You're telling me you guys not one fucking rumor popped up about like how the high fae live?
You would literally, all you would talk about.
That's all you wouldn't talk about anything else. Yeah, of some monsters, but you talk about those bitches a lot, those 7.
It's like being like the Justice League's real. No one ever talks about them. No one even speculates what Superman's up to.
Well, he's up in the, what's the thing that they're always in space? They're in the Watchtower. They're
in the Watchtower. Who cares?
I've only thinking, now when Superman came down and grabbed me and I'm flying up there, I was like, what are they doing up there?
You don't think they're just savages in their Watchtower in space?
Like, what?
I thought maybe they just pooped on the floor. But you're telling me they have a society?
Like, you guys seem to know that the high fae are human-ish. Yes, they're powerful. I get that. Yeah. They have magic. Mm-hmm. The historical accounts you have of them thus far is that they used humans to build up civilization for themselves. Correct. That's what they did. And they're more powerful than you. Why would you think that they don't have nice saddles?
They can't make saddles.
What are you talking
Leather's
about?
Beyond them. They have to go to the grumpy old clothier. There's no way
we're going to this extreme to be like, look what unsubstantiated rumors does to the mind. It degrades it to such an extent that you dehumanize that. Like, no, come on. You would not think that. They're
the celebrities of your world.
Didn't we literally say they had like beautiful palaces?
Yes, we know that about them.
Okay.
So the humans left and all artistry went with them? Like, there's no... They actually stole the humans and made them slaves because they don't know how to build anything. They're just stupid. Okay.
But then you wouldn't say what you're about to say, right? So she says, there are, like, no first-hand accounts of Prythian mortals who went over the wall, never came back.
Sure.
It says, some fairy territories were empires. Some were overseen by kings and queens. If there are kings and queens and empires, you're surprised
about
they have saddles and clothes and, like, they have stuff. What do you think the empire is? What? She just thought it was like.
It's just the stone. It's just a castle. They don't even have chairs.
It's empty.
It's just a big stone building. Poop on the floor. They eat on the floor next to the poop. There's no chairs. It's crazy.
What? I don't get this. So, there were places like Prythian, divided and ruled by 7 high lords. You have to think they're high lords.
Yep.
Being of such unyielding power that legend claimed they could level buildings, break apart armies, and butcher you before you could blink. Okay.
Maybe part of Feyre's struggle and problem here is that she only seems to care about the power scaling of Fae and not, like, anything else about them.
She said world building who?
World building? Nah. But they can blow apart buildings. Like, what is this, Goku? Like, what are we doing?
She said, no one had ever told me why humans chose to linger in our territory when so little space had been granted to us and we remained in such close proximity to Prythian. Yeah, so, okay, we were looking at the map. I don't think I realized how little that area was, where I was like, because they keep talking about down south. And so I think I've been imagining that there's a decent amount of land below them.
No, there's like nothing there.
But there almost isn't.
Yeah. The only land is on that second page.
Yes, and then there's this other continent.
For which they need to cross a narrow sea, enormous islands, sand-blasted deserts, depthless fjords, and frozen wastelands, or something.
Yeah,
And then there's an ocean on the other side, I guess. So there's a whole nother continent that they should be living on.
But, like, when Feyre was talking to the mercenary and she was being like, maybe we should move, did she mean there, or did she just mean down south?
Because when I look at the map, there's nothing south.
I know.
Under Prythian. There's just ocean. And maybe it goes on to another map.
But I'm like, maybe, like, I was like, okay, what's the aspect ratio here? Because, like, it's very little and she's kind of near the wall. But I'm like, maybe it's so small that there actually is... That is so much land.
But she's saying it's not a lot. There's not so much space. So I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know where they were talking about going.
And there's nothing on that second page. That is the most sparse map I've ever seen. It's like personally offensive. Don't include it.
I don't even know. I don't know what the idea
There's like a little
was.
South America shaped landmass in the middle of the like fairylands. And then there's nothing. There's one river, and there's no trees, and that's it. It's sparse.
Okay, the people who settled there, I would imagine, didn't leave for the exact same reason you're not leaving. Because if you're like, it's so hard to get to that other continent, well, it was probably really hard for them too. Isn't this all the same? Isn't those people and you the same?
I would guess so, yeah.
The craziest part was when we were looking at the map, and it just says... Feyre's Village.
Feyre's Village!
Why doesn't it have a name?
Why bother? We're not there for more than 40 pages.
Just give it a name.
No, it's Feyre's Village. That means we're not going back anytime soon.
That's wacky. So she's like, oh, the border of Prythian is days away. So they are a little far from the border. So they're definitely going to have to make camp. She's worried about her family starving, but she also feels a little like smug that they're going to be like, oh, look how much work Feyre did. I think that's
that's good.
Feeling.
That's fair characterization.
She's upset about the idea of her dad begging in the street for money. Feyre asks, she's trying to talk to him. She's like, what sort of fairy are you? So she doesn't know he's a high fae.
What kind of fairy are you?
He doesn't answer. She's like, what's your name? He still doesn't answer.
Which you can't ask that of fairies.
He growls in annoyance. And then she smells something metallic. And she just passes out.
Yeah, a charged metallic tang stung her nose.
Kind of interesting.
I like that. I like the description.
I don't dislike that. It's a really good way for us to fast travel and
which
get
is
to
all
have
it is, yeah.
all of the fun conversation at the Spring Court, which is a much more engaging setting for that.
Why write those 2 days?
Why even do it? But it is. You are. I was a little bit like, come on. Why can't we build up some tension with them while they're traveling? Why do we have to fast track it like that?
I have no fucking idea. I would never do that.
Wouldn't that be interesting to see how they would act with one another while, like, on their way there. I don't know.
God for fucking bid. Yeah, when it's just the two of them, you can set up plot points and emotions and things here that you can call back to, like, by the end of the book.
I was like, this is such a weird choice. She wakes up and she's there, man. That's there.
That's it.
There's birds chirping. Damn. There's a nice little breeze, and she sees a metal gate amongst the hedges. So you're like, we are at the spring court.
We're in the spring court. He Amazon Prime this girl. He was just like, 2 days, let's go.
But yeah, so it's some interesting characterization, I suppose, of Tamlin, even within that, where you're like, he did not want to talk to her.
No.
He didn't want to talk to her. And it's like, so you're like, it's Beauty and the Beast. The Beast was such a little grump with Belle. He didn't want to talk to her.
Yeah.
And then that is the end. So how did you like chapters 4 and 5?
Like, they were not great. They have to be in the book. They're like a pivotal moment. And I think they should have had more time spent on them to, like, make them sharper. I think they were fine.
They're fine.
They're fine. They fit the book's feeling already.
Yeah, I mean, it was like...
Yeah, how are you
They're
feeling?
kind of fun. They're kind of fun. Yeah, I do feel like it's a little anticlimactic in some way.
Yeah.
His entrance and the scene in the house is just a little bit like, that's it? All right. We do probably have more costumes for next week.
Hell yeah.
A different look entirely for both of us.
I'll be alternate Tamlin?
Yeah, exactly.
Will it be less hot?
He's hot in like a different way.
No, I mean temperature-wise. This is a very sticking bodysuit.
No, yeah, you won't be wearing that.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah, you're going to be looking more Fabio-esque.
Fabio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, is it blonde?
Yeah.
He's blonde? Oh! I guess he's gold, right?
Hair.
Gold, long locks.
Yeah, I don't know. We're going to... Because, like, I don't think we can... I think we have to get a new wig.
Is this with the mask? He's wearing masks?
Yeah, we're going to have to wear masks.
Okay. Why did... All right, I'll find out. I'll find out.
Oh, just...
Yeah.
Normal reasons.
Masquerade.
Of course.
Yeah. We'll see why you wear a masquerade mask in your own house.
Maybe you don't have a choice.
Okay. Whatever the fuck that means.
Maybe you don't have a choice. All right.
Guys, well
thank you for
as
tuning
always,
in.
have a choice, and thanks for listening.
Yeah, that's true. Thanks for choosing to come back.
Yeah.
And hang out with us.
Except for those of you that have fucked up the treaty and have to watch us. For you...
so unfortunate.
Keep doing what you're doing as foretold.
Well, you don't want to become a Cursed Oathbreaker, do you?
No,
so you have to watch.
What is the feed of the Cursed Oathbreakers YouTube looking like? Not good, because we're
it's
removed.
Just hell. It's like
it's just hell. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Maybe it is just horse poop all over the road. And
oh my god.
Things like that. Well, follow us on TikTok, on Instagram.
Yep.
It's at UTM Pod on Instagram, and it's at UTM Podcast on TikTok.
Wait, to the mountain, because we're under the mountain. Put it over your head. Yeah, under
makes
the mountain.
us look like this is giving. somebody's gonna start a conspiracy.
Illuminati.
About us.
Yeah, please start a conspiracy.
All right, let's do
Honestly,
it on our way out.
Yeah.
Okay. Under the mountain.
Under the mountain.
Goodbye.
Bye.